NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go, come on. Hurry up, hurry up. Hey, check 26.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Play action now. Winston. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he spins away. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. To throw is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Gordon on first down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these must make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Even. Sonic. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Even.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Hey, let's go. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Hey. 5-0.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Sonic. Boys, head up. Green, triple C. Let's go.
Now Winston gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Winston now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Even.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Jameis on second down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That one good for 33 and a first. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
The give is to Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We are going. That's fine, yeah.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Chargers getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Play fake. Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Lynch. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay. Hey, 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
5 on the 50. Hey. 5 on.
And the blitz does come. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on second down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Looking for the end zone. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Down now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Desmond. 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
First down, the run with Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Finding room to the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now running right through it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. At the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Spinning past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 3rd and goal. Winston. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spinning away, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now for the point after. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
3 down. Hey, check 26.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the home team here, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.